shit. That's what we're trying to figure out.
Yeah, but it'll be alright.
All right, it's going. It's working. Yeah.
Put some of that light on me, Arizona Reggie.
Right. Make my forehead shine.
You know what that fucking Arizona Reggie.
We should have came on live with that fucking song.
Nah, I'm gonna save it.
All right. Bella bad, Bella bad.
Lean with the Arizona Reggie.
What are you gonna talk about on the podcast?
Are you trying to play?
Ella me dijo, mójame. Y yo le dije, órale. I just might speak some Spanish. She think that it's romantic. I might with that bitch panties. Dicen papi tú eres. She turn up my music when she come through. Se cantan mis canciones como solo tú. Her cousins fuck with me. They said he solid too. Got the princess with me. And now I'm stunning on you. I fell in love with a thick little Spanish princess. With a thick little Spanish princess. I fell in love with a thick little Spanish princess. With a thick little Spanish princess.
Me llamo Blanco.
Right in there. There you go. Yep.
Keep me on the side like I was Sancho.
We in there.
Ask me what it was, I said no hablo. I just
We're in there.
backed a
Alright,
couple
shit.
like a Pablo. Took a pain away like Palo Santo. Your shape is like a bottle. Stay until tomorrow, yeah. You can blaze it if you wanna. Baby, on me, come baby. I think I
fell in love with a thick little Spanish princess. With a thick little Spanish princess. I fell in love with a thick little Spanish princess. With a thick little Spanish princess. I fell in love with a thick little Spanish princess. With a thick little Spanish princess. I fell in love with a thick little Spanish princess. With a thick little Spanish princess. No entiendo, no comprendo, me quieres o qué. Me dice que es porque soy el rey. Tengo muchas cicatrices en mi piel. Baby, lo que quiero es el cake. I need me a bitch that won't get in my way. If you could do that, baby, then you can stay. I need me a bitch that could cook it clean. If you could do that, baby, I won't complain. I need me a bitch that gon' fill up my safe. Yeah, I guess you could say I fell in love with a thick little Spanish princess. With a thick little Spanish princess. I fell in love with a thick little Spanish princess. With a thick little Spanish princess. I fell in love with a thick little Spanish princess. With a thick little Spanish princess. I fell in love with a thick little Spanish princess. With a thick little Spanish princess.
No entiendo, no comprendo.
10 seconds.
Alright,
Here we are.
We go. Ooh. All right.
we're over here, so we're already on. What's going on? We're gonna be about 10 seconds behind. Ladies and gentlemen, how the hell are you doing? The camera's right here. We've got music executive, manager, stripper. He manages strippers. Arizona Reggie.
Reggie.
How you doing?
Regito.
Of course, I'm joined by my happy hour co-host, Ron Sauce.
Yes. How are we?
And we also have a featured guest, Nice. Uzi Villanelle.
Hey!
Woo! Nice. Soon we're gonna get the fucking applause button.
Pew pew pew. Yeah, there you go.
Arizona Reggie, how did you go from managing strippers to managing music artists?
Well, it's a long story, but we'll make it a short one. So what I did was I took a lot of Arizona Reggie.
Right.
I turned it into cash. And then
There
I
you go.
came to California and invested in my dream.
Nice.
So the first thing we did is we petitioned to work with Kanye.
Oh. On the
Went great. Almost was gonna sign with Kanye.
All right, so for those who don't know, Arizona Reggie's a great friend of the family's. He's very talented. He's like an executive producer of sorts. He manages artists. They do have a record deal. we're not really supposed to say too much about that. But he also likes to joke around too, so I gotta make sure I know when he's being serious and when he's kidding. But the guy knows a lot about music and he's got a lot of gems to offer. So I guess how do I want to get into this? What do you think about
Where's it at? It's right there.
There's a bottle up there. Thank you.
It's up there.
Tell us a little bit just about like how you got started, like for real. So
All right. Well, I was managing a singer named Preston Harris, and we had a situation where we were trying to get a pub deal out here. He was trying to be a writer, so we wrote for Justin Bieber. We wrote for Tiana Taylor, and that led us to get into a camp with Kanye at Kanye's studio over in North Hollywood. So once that happened, I met a bunch of people there. I met Kanye's cousin, Ricky. I met Tia and TJ. They own Killer Instinct Studios. And I just kept in contact with them. I was still living in Arizona, so we were coming back and forth doing writing camps. And through those relationships, I kind of just built a little network up.
right.
And I started managing an artist named Ray Vaughn. And I basically got him into the circle of those people, and he started writing for Kanye's cousin. They were doing like a baby album.
Damn.
So basically an album for kids. And once
Wait, for real?
Yeah. It never came out.
His cousin a young artist? Or?
No, he just managed that studio. He manages for Kanye.
Gotcha. So they're making like a kids album.
They're making a kids album, like a bop album, you know what I'm saying?
Right, for sure. Put some bop in it.
Exactly.
For sure.
Exactly. So yeah, basically Kanye's cousin was finally he gave Ray an opportunity to play his music, and once that happened, he immediately called Kanye on the phone like, "You gotta check this dude out. Send him the music." Kanye was like, "Who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Let's get him in the studio." Boom. 2 weeks later, studio. Kim Kardashian smelling like $1 million. Courtney, all that shit.
For real?
Exactly as I'm saying it. So
Wow.
we stoked. Really.
You smelled her?
She didn't have to be in the room. You could smell her from like
A mile away.
two studios away.
Damn.
2 studio rooms
Turned
away.
into a fucking
It's like when
That's
you go,
a hound.
It's like when you go into Ultra Studios, you can smell like, you know, the pizza down the hallway and, you know, the marijuana.
Right. Right.
All right. So
You
yeah,
can smell the white claws down the hall.
exactly. It was a good stench. Good stench.
That's dope. So
Yeah.
for those of you who know Ray Vaughn, he's a dope artist. He's from out here, right?
He's from Long Beach.
Yeah, he's from
From
out
Long
here.
Beach.
You fuck with Ray Vaughn? Have you heard of him?
Yeah, he's dope.
Yeah.
He's really dope. I seen his he does those freestyle videos in the whip and shit.
Mhm.
He gasses for sure.
Yeah, not a lot of people doing that right now, like on too like big of a level. So I think there's like a hole for that.
He definitely took that situation around with it. Like I was there from seeing him get his fame just online. Like us posting a car video, you know, I'd be in the car just filming him while he's rapping.
Yeah.
Him posting it, and then holy shit, who the fuck is watching this at 3 a.m? Just millions and millions of views,
Yeah.
just the numbers going up.
So tell me about that shit too, because was that like planned at all? Like, oh, we're gonna do a whole bunch of these car freestyle videos, and then that's how he's gonna get on?
No,
Or was
that's
it
how it came to me. He was like,
organic?
"Look, all right, this is I got a little fame built up from doing this shit. It went viral on Facebook.
Yeah.
So he wasn't on no other platforms. He wasn't on YouTube, no IG, nothing.
Tell the story how you met Ray Vaughn.
So
What's up, Butter?
Hey, what's up, butter?
Hey,
What's going on, baby?
So basically, this NFL football player that I used to be cool with in Phoenix, he called me and he's like, "Hey, you gotta hear this guy. I met this kid. He's a rapper because he knew I did music." And I'm like, "Man, I ain't got no time. I don't got no time." He just kept calling my phone. I'm getting ready to go to California with Preston the next day, so I'm packing and I'm partying and I'm busy. And this guy just keeps calling my phone and he's like, "Nah, you gotta hear this guy." And I'm like, "Bro." And he's not gonna keep calling me for an hour to bother me
Yeah.
unless it was something important. So I'm like, all right, I jump in my car, drive 30 minutes to his house, and Ray Vaughn raps for me for like an hour straight. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I told him, like, hey, I'm going to California tomorrow. I just met you, but if you can make it out there, like, we're going to be working with, like, Kanye's people, Tiana Taylor. And he came. He showed up the next day at our Airbnb, and I'm like, oh, that's dedication, you know, because other people would be like, I don't fucking know you, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to just leave Arizona and go to California just like that.
He took the opportunity.
He took the opportunity, and that's the one thing that set him apart from any other rapper that I ever met in my life. Even me.
Yeah.
Like, that fool sacrificed every single minute, hour, day, week, whatever. Like, anything I asked him to do, he did it.
Yeah.
And it worked out. Like, there's a lot of no's, there's a lot of doors shut, but, I mean, all you need is one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? From the right person.
What you don't know is Arizona Reggie actually has hit records in his catalog as an artist, which we'll talk about at a later date. But I think, talk about that, because I think opportunities, they're everywhere if you want to look for them. You know, and that's what I think. That's what manifestation is. You know, it's like you're ready for an opportunity. You're looking for an opportunity. It's like not like, oh, I just met this dude, like I manifested. It's like, no, you were like ready to meet them. You know,
right?
And you like took it, because how many times have you taken an opportunity that ended up being shit? You know.
Yeah.
But you still saw it through.
There's a lot of those things. There's a lot of times it doesn't pan out, but it doesn't pan out right there and then. So just because it didn't work out right there, doesn't mean a year from now that person could be in a better place, you in a better place, and then it works out, because that's why we made it. You know what I'm saying? And we got our deal. We met the right person is because at that time they didn't have anything to offer us. I still kept their relationship going, and it was just the right timing in the right place, and boom, it just happened without even having to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, we worked, but not toward a specific goal. We didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this guy's gonna give us a deal. It just was like, oh shit, that guy's gonna give us a deal.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? When it gets real, you're just like, is this happening right now? This ain't happening right now. Is this happening right now?
Right.
And then it happened, and then you're like, oh shit, that really just happened.
Well, I think too, like a thing that you're super good about is, like, you specifically know how to, like, consistently just keep relationships. You know, it's like you're a good people's person. Like, people want to hang out with you, people want to be around. So it's like you establish a relationship with somebody, and then you just, like, you build up rapport with them. You know what I mean? Like, you specifically, you seem to be good at that. You know.
Well, it's because I'm in a different place. LA is not my home. I'm from Arizona.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So naturally, like, business is on the line, right? But you can't just do business with people that you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you're into other trades or other, you know, ways of business, like, unless you have a good relationship with people, like, they're always going to go towards people that they want to work with. You know what I'm saying? Or be cool around. You know
but you'll see some people, like, if they meet somebody and something doesn't pan out right away, they just stop fucking with them.
Yeah, it's
and
stupid.
it's the whole Hollywood shit.
It's terrible. It's terrible to do that. You gotta, like, you just gotta embrace the moment, and you know what I'm saying. Like, obviously, if someone's an asshole or you know what I'm saying, like, bad vibes, and fuck off. You know what I'm saying. But if they're good people, like, don't go into a relationship with anybody in music just try to benefit enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, just be cool with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, let that shit happen as it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, you know, just being around you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could see the potential and the talent and all that stuff as soon as I met you guys, and unfortunately, Corona happened. You know what I'm saying? And this whole year, the whole last year was just a dub.
Weird, yeah.
That shit was fucking terrible. So, like, everything that I'm saying, it would have been already manifested and done a year ago.
Yeah.
But obviously, just the music industry shut down. So, I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that I have plans to do to work with you guys. But how can I help somebody else or work with somebody else when I can't even get the stuff done for my artist that I was planning and had on the table?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, it was just like, all right, well, shit, now the pressure's off. Let me work with my friends and do stuff with my friends just to keep those relationships going. So when those doors do open for me and I can make some money with you guys, then boom.
Well, plus
it's not weird, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
a year later, I didn't call
like,
you a year later, you know what I mean?
Corona gave us an opportunity to have some fun little party nights too. Just in the studio, get to know each other real well. You know, it's like
Man,
get going.
it's the best
sure.
nights, man. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
for
Like
sure.
best nights with you guys.
What's good, everybody? Recap: we're with Arizona Reggie. He's a manager, music executive. We got a new follower.
Oh, it's the
Let's go.
kid.
Oh, the kid. What's good?
Hey,
Country
fire.
Chris, what up? Reggie AZ, Smokey Dave, that's right. The kid, my guy. What's up, dog? We gotta get back.
yeah.
So talking about like the relationships thing, because I think it's so important. Like people are always like looking to like benefit and shit, but like usually like and I can feel myself because you're in LA and you're like you moved out here, you're trying to fucking make it. You meet someone like fuck, like how can I benefit from this person, right? It's almost natural, right? Because it's like survival kicks in.
Right.
But I've noticed every time I just be like, okay, let me just turn that off and just be like, how you doing? Like, how do I treat this person like a friend, just to see if they're even like
Right.
on my level, on my wave, you know?
Right.
Like if they're on the same wavelength as me, like we could do business. Like, but if we're not, I've realized there's no point even trying to force it, you know?
Yeah. Well, you know what I'm saying? Some people, you know, are lucky enough to have, you know what I'm saying, like just the background and credibility and, you know what I'm saying, maybe hustling and shit. You know what I'm saying, in the streets. So if you have survived that, you know what I'm saying, you're free, you're not dead, or you're business wise without even knowing it. You don't need to work for somebody and have a boss telling you like, oh, good job, guy. You know what I'm saying? You met your sales quota. Like,
Yeah.
if you're working for yourself and that's what you've been doing, then obviously if you're able to survive and you got your own finances going on, then you're doing great.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Yeah.
someone asked me today on my Facebook, when's the last time you had a job? And I'm like, 2006?
Yeah, a long time.
2006, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been an entrepreneur that long. So has been survival for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to learn the shit, but nobody was there to tell me whether I was doing it right or wrong. So when I did make mistakes, I have to learn from those mistakes. And I don't get a report saying this is what you did wrong.
Yeah.
It's like, if I fucked up some money or I got into some shit or I went to jail, like, don't do that again.
Yeah, you gotta take all the responsibility yourself.
Exactly.
Like, there's nobody that can take the blow for you. You know, it's like you just gotta deal with it and learn from it.
Right. So, you know, music shit in the industry in LA, how we're working. I mean, I'm pretty sure that, I don't know, you guys have been out here longer than me, but
For about 5 years.
maybe there's relationships of people that you met that fizzled out because they fucked some shit up, or you know what I'm saying, like
Yeah,
the
no doubt.
vibe wasn't good, you know what I'm saying, or business wasn't good, and you could just see like, oh, this is not the type of person I want to continue doing business with.
What's cool about it though is after you meet enough people where that happens, you figure out pretty much you can tell off of just intuition and being around somebody for like just a couple meetings,
Right.
if how it's gonna pan out, because you kind of read the patterns in people's personalities.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, there's a red flag here. I'm gonna watch out for this. You know, like
Yeah.
I know there's something off here. Even though like it may not be apparent, they may be real nice and shit, but you can read deeper into it once
Yeah.
you go through it enough times. You know.
See, I've dealt with some crazy fucking people in my life, so
Yeah.
I'm always like more concerned about the sociopath, manipulation, liar motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they put on a great show, like almost to the point where like they should be a speaker for like motivational
church.
purposes. Like, holy fuck, this guy's story and his credibility sounds so great. I want to work with you, but that shit ain't fooling me no more. I'm just like, I've been fooled once, you ain't gonna fool me again. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, no, never that. You know what I'm saying?
Do you
But-
ever you ever run into like I have this thing where it's like I don't like people who are too nice. Where it's almost like sometimes I get turned off by people if they're too nice all the time when
So
I'm with
scary.
them.
Except
And I'm
if
like,
they-
what's going on, really?
Except
Like,
if they have their titties out, then it's cool.
I mean, that's a whole different conversation.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, music.
I love nice
That's a different
women.
type of nice. You know?
That's a different type of time. I was like,
Do you ever would you ever hook up with an artist that you're working with?
no.
Why not?
Why not? You want to fuck the money up?
For the record, no.
No.
Have
no.
you ever hooked up with a artist, a female artist?
Oh, hot button
That I wasn't
topics.
working with.
Oh, fuck.
Huh?
That I wasn't working with.
Oh, that you weren't working with?
Yeah, that I wasn't trying to do like be
Right.
professional and do business.
I
with.
feel like once you meet them and you're like, all right, like if and then you decide like, am I gonna do business with this person? And if not, then you
look. If she looks better than her talent or her fucking. If
her talent is greater than her talent,
If her talent is skin deep.
is greater than her talent.
Look, if she can't fucking make music and she's terrible, then you know what I'm saying. Like,
Do you tell her she's bad?
Yeah, I'll tell it. I don't have a reason not to.
That makes them want you more, huh? When you tell them the truth.
It's basically like, you know what? We can work. We can work on.
We can work on it.
On you.
In the meantime, I'm gonna do some work on me.
This is all on you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
for sure. This
is not depending on what I'm doing. I'm here to tell you the truth. But obviously, like, you know, you got obviously you guys have you guys got great ears. You know what I'm saying? So you're able to tell.
Pretty quickly.
By a session, like, do they got it or not?
Yeah.
By one song.
Yeah.
That's usually my rule.
Like
30 seconds. 10 seconds.
One full song?
I'd say if we do a session and we do cut like a demo, like we pretty much know after that.
Well, if I hear like 30 seconds of your song and I'm like not sure, I'll have to hear another one, you know?
Yeah.
And then you can usually tell.
Right.
Because I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, I know what's good, you know? Like, not like that, but it's like, bro, like, not only have like we've been doing this shit since like for over a decade, like put in those hours, but in the last 4 or 5 years since we've had a studio, like listen to 10 hours of music a day and like try to navigate with everyone from like super the most talented songwriter I've ever met to like literally like the worst person, like straight off the street, like honestly you shouldn't be spending your money on this.
Right.
And we tell people, we're like, yo, like honestly I don't even think the right move for you is to record with us right now.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna spend $500 with us to record, like literally take that, get yourself a setup and a little mic, and just go record yourself for a year.
But people don't want to hear that. That's what's crazy. Like
Some
a lot of them are like, because people are just like, man, I want to just like get the best shit right now, like the best recording and the best this that, and it's like, bro, you need to like develop first a little bit.
I think you have a interesting take because as a producer, so many like whack artists are hitting you up all the time for beats and shit.
Yeah.
You know? And good ones too.
Yeah, no doubt.
But like, especially when you were selling beats online. But
well, that was another thing too. Like when I was selling beats online, like part of the reason why I took a real backseat to that is just because I was like, man, like if I took the time to like make a beat and somebody wants to buy it, like just online or whatever, like man, like it's usually not like the cream of the crop. You know what I mean? It's usually not like the best of the best.
It was like a $24 lease.
Yeah,
like,
so I'm just like, man, I just kind of fell back.
But I was that guy once, you know? You know what I mean? I was that guy once.
And, funny story, I used to steal Sean Ross's beats off his SoundClick.
No way. On SoundClick?
SoundClick, yeah.
No way.
And I didn't know
that was so funny.
That was like in the teens. That was like in the early teens.
So
SoundClick was like 20.
You had the guitar sound.
I was like
2010.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah,
Reggie knew SRM Beats, dude.
Oh, SRM Beats at Hotmail, dude. At Yahoo.
Yeah.
For sure.
But it's crazy because there's a producer named Young Exclusive. He's from where I'm from, in Tucson. I'm from Tucson, Arizona.
Right.
But he's the guy who made God's Plan and fucking the last that Hate Me Now, Cry Now, Hate Me Now, or Laugh Cry, whatever.
Laugh Now, Cry Later.
Yeah, so I mean,
he made both those.
Damn, those
he made both of those.
Okay, so he's just got like 40 mansions in fucking Arizona now, or what?
Nah, he's just he's a regular dude and shit. But same thing with him.
I want to fucking have coffee with that
when
guy.
I ran when I ran into him, I'm like, hey man, because he lived next door to me in an apartment complex. I'm like, what you doing over there making beats? You're being loud as fuck. Like I hear that shit pound through my wall. I don't care because I do music.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to get to the bottom of this. Like, what you doing over there?
Yeah.
So come in my car, sit. So I start playing him my music, and the last song I did was over his beat. He's like, that's my beat. And I'm like,
no way.
Well, I guess I stole your beat out of the SoundClick.
Damn, would you like buy him or would you do the audio hijack shit? Like,
he go YouTube to MP3 for sure. No
definitely,
doubt. No doubt in my mind.
That's my go-to.
I'm not gonna lie. So
I do that.
I mean, I'll record it to see if I like it first.
This is a sin of mine, but I used to just download hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of beats. Any beat that was not like I could just rip it off.
Right.
Oh, like the free download button.
Whatever, free download button. I'll go through all of them.
See you in court, Reggie.
Yeah, I would go through all the beats and pick out all the dope ones, and then sell beat CDs.
Oh, that's the real finesse right there.
That's dope.
But I would sell the CDs for like fucking
all right, that brings me
$300, bro.
That's a real black market.
You sell a beat for $300 and say these are yours?
It would be like 20 beats. I'm like, I already went through all the beats. All of them are dope. Give me
So,
$300.
all right, let's talk about
Yeah,
that.
so that's the curation right there.
But obviously, it's like if those were free downloads and anybody could just download them, I just went through 500 fucking beats.
You weren't
to give
doing
10.
anything, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But that's how deep in the music I
Maybe
was.
frowned upon.
It was frowned upon probably. Now,
Not illegal.
maybe.
So, what do you
gray
think?
area.
Speak on the interweaving and how close they really are. And I know the industry doesn't really talk about this much, but like the interweaving between like illegal activities and the music industry, how like closely.
Damn, Vlad TV.
All right, well, no, let's all right. Yeah, damn, is that like that?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh shit! I'm like, wait, is it?
Can you be a little more detailed in that? That's kind of a broad, generalized question.
There was a crime in Arizona. Well, back.
We'll pass that. We'll pass on that. Okay, I got another question for you.
He's got to recover.
Damn.
I was just kidding, bro.
No, we'll pass on that.
Well, did you mean like it's frowned upon industry wise?
Nah, I just feel
it's-
like so many people are like hustling and coming up, and then like go into the music industry and are able to actually like
They're trying to
provide
Capital to
jobs
put
and
into
like
it.
You're
Yeah.
trying to wash their money. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
if you getting it like that, you trying to wash your money, but at the same time, like
I've seen a lot of people waste their money in the music industry.
waste money. You know what I'm saying? Like you can have a lot of people have money. There's fucking so many millionaires and people that are wealthy, 100,000aires that they're like, damn, I'm bored. I got a regular job or a regular career and I make great money, but I love music. Let me just try to get into this
Yeah,
shit.
it's
You know what I'm saying?
exciting for them.
It's exciting, right? Like
Right.
because a lot of people have money, but a lot of people want fame. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of people with fame with no money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's if you don't have both, it doesn't mix. You know what I'm saying? Like you could be rich in Arizona or Idaho or Delaware, but you're not invited to Hollywood parties. You don't know celebrities. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
you want to get around like exciting shit.
Lifestyle.
Yeah, because you're just it's an ego thing.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't have those memories or those connects, you know what I'm saying? Like your money's not important. You can't.
Yeah.
What are you gonna tell a bitch? You know what I'm saying? Or a girl that you're trying to holler at? Like I got money, and
I'm
then
an
once she sees you're fucking boring, your life is whack. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have anything going on.
Yeah.
Then it's like, oh shit, what do I do? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm nobody.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I'm saying? Like so people will come to Hollywood and LA
Yeah.
trying to get that clout, get that fame. You know what I'm saying? Like
No doubt. People just fiend for status, bro. You know, everybody wants status and to be the fucking coolest person at the party and shit.
that's what social media is. You know?
Social media.
It's like you don't. There's few people that actually are honest about who they are and what's going on and can open up. You know what I'm saying? But 99% of people just post the good shit.
Yeah.
No doubt. No doubt.
It's funny that you bring that up though. Like you instantly go to like, oh, if you have a girl you're trying to holler at, right? Because really, like the only reason why we as humans do that shit is like it's for basic reasons. It's like to be loved or accepted, to find a mate, for security, like you know, to become like a part of a group, right? To have security, or like to have status.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like those are the basic human instincts. Why like the world and societies exist.
All right.
From those basic things, you know. So it makes sense.
Because I mean, America right here is like, bro, you can even be doing bad and still survive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I've been
yeah.
to some pretty awful places in my life where people are scraping fucking by, no hot water, fucking kids running around with no shoes on, like fucking guns everywhere, drugs everywhere. It's like, holy shit, you know what I'm saying? And then you come back to the United States and you're just like, you can go to the poorest hood in your fucking neighborhood and it's still not as bad as what I just explained. Like, so
then go to the store and get anything.
But yeah, it's just basically determination and opportunity. You know what I'm saying? You can make opportunities for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like I try to tell my younger siblings like the shit that I fucking didn't like going to school is like, why the fuck do I need to learn this? I don't like it. I'm not gonna apply it to anything. Like why
I don't like this.
Why what the fuck is the point of this shit? But then I realized as I got older, it's like if you can't learn basic shit, how are you gonna keep a conversation going on with somebody that's intelligent and successful and wants to talk to you about like politics or fucking anything that's
even sports.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you're not able to retain knowledge and stuff, then you're gonna fucking fail. Because nobody's gonna be your personality sells you everything, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, no doubt.
for real, like intelligence and personality, like you have to stock up. Just like you stock up on plugins or you buy the new shit, you have to keep upgrading yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
very important.
Yeah.
I think going back to it, like it doesn't all happen right away. It's like you buy some plugins and you're like, fuck, like my tracks aren't better, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, but you have to like work with them,
Mm-hmm.
like get a few more.
Work
and,
with
like,
the tools.
yeah,
you
you
have
have
the tools,
to-
you gotta work with.
Yeah, it's like just because you have the tools doesn't mean, and just because you have the skill, like you might need the tools. Like you just have to keep building, you know.
You
So
got
it's like,
to, man.
to anybody like trying to do something, it just takes that time. So
It's a 10,000 hours to become a
Yeah,
master,
no doubt.
you know?
I think that's like the most important thing that I feel like anybody can learn is like if you just pick like one thing that you focus on and you put that amount of time into it, like that 10,000 hours, it will work eventually. Like people
Yeah.
just give up right on the cusp half the time because
Yeah.
they're like, fuck this
Or
shit.
way before.
I'm broke. I can't do this anymore. I need to go get a real job. Like, and it happens to like 95% of people who even begin anything in music. But it's like if you just wait it out and keep fucking working and making shit, something will eventually happen. Like, because you're gonna get good enough. You're gonna this is that, you know.
especially when you love it.
Something's gonna break. It always does.
Well, obviously, you guys love music enough to where it's not a job for you.
No, it's not.
You guys can put in overtime and fucking never sleep and still feel like, oh, I didn't even work this week or last week.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't like that though. It's like now we have the luxury to pick and choose sessions. You know, back when we just needed to get a session just to make money to pay bills.
Right.
We were taking every session off the street, whatever. You know, it's like that felt like work.
Right.
Sessions that were like,
Grind.
I'm just doing this
Just
just for
grind.
money. That felt like work. You know.
It
No,
sucked,
it doesn't.
but it was not worse than other things that I've done.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
money.
yeah.
I saw those videos.
Yeah, you've done a lot of
Yeah.
things just for
Yeah.
money.
I mean, some of them were actually.
He said $20 is $20.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Fuck.
If you're coming or going, either way.
Oh
so,
my
Christ.
God.
all right. So how about
It's only
this?
gay if you come.
Or if you like it. So what about what? So okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Anyways.
Let me clear that. What do you look for? What do you look for in an artist? Like if you were looking to like potentially like, because I feel like a lot of artists like I just need a manager and then I'm on, but they don't realize like what a manager will actually like have to invest in you to even get to that point. Like creating a manager artist relationship is like getting married to someone that you like
Barely know.
that you don't get to fuck, and that you just like have to really work for. So like, what do you look for in an artist to potentially like want to even work with that person?
I mean, somebody that's, you know, around 6 feet tall, curly hair, red beard,
Shit.
speaks fluent Spanish.
Oh, I'm on my Rosetta Stone.
I've had this discussion a lot of times, so it really boils down to after the talent, obviously,
Yeah.
it's just work ethic. You know what I'm saying? Like, if the artist doesn't have that work ethic, like, if they're not trying to, like, an NBA player, you go from the parks to the fucking gyms to, bitch, you gotta go to a tryout. You gotta get it to the NBA. You know what I'm saying? The NBA tryout. How are you gonna fucking impress anybody or make an NBA team if you're over here dunking on people at the park? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Stop being an amateur and go take your risk. You know what I'm saying? Like, go take your fucking bus, go take your plane to wherever big city, a major city like LA,
Yeah.
a hub. You know what I'm saying? And go try the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I love that, bro. That's great.
You
That's
have to.
great.
You gotta do it. You know what I'm saying?
gotta go try it
Because you gotta go try out, and you gotta test yourself against the best competition. You know what I'm saying? You might be the man in your little town. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you come to LA, there's so many fucking dope fucking people out here. It's
So
like
many.
Oh my
you
God,
can get better by being around those people because you'll
And
see
you will.
like their,
Oh yeah, you're forced to.
you see their abilities, and you're like, oh, I gotta step it up. You know what I'm saying? And it's human nature to be like, or ego, even, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm the best, or I'm dope. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to do this. But then I swear to God, been out here this long, a couple years, and I'm just like, some people just be like, what the fuck? Like, these people are not human. How are they able
Yeah,
to
it's-
fucking make these songs that quick and these beats that quick or engineer that quick? You know what I'm saying? It's like, whoa, that's the cream of the crop, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why everybody in the United States that makes it comes to LA.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because this is the best place to fucking network. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good thing you said too, though, because people think like, oh, move to LA because there's so many opportunities. Like I'll meet this person, meet that person that'll put me in a position. But really, most of it is that it forces you to play up to the level of your competition around you.
Yes.
And you're like, fuck, if I don't get up to these guys' level, I can't even fucking play in the game. So like, I better figure it out. So it really is more like, I think people move here and then they're forced to get better as opposed to staying in their town, and they might be the best there, so they don't even think that they have to get that much
Exactly.
better. Like I should have already been on, and they're living in Tucson.
It's a reality check. It's a reality check when you come here.
Yeah,
you know?
it is, bro. I know it was for me. It fucking opened my eyes up. I was like, damn, bro. Because when I first moved here, I knew I wasn't like good enough, but I thought I was like really good.
Right.
And then I realized quick, I was like, oh man, I'm kind of in some deep water here. I got to figure this out.
There's independent artists. There's artists in music that is not even your genre. International artists. All kinds of people you never even fucking heard of that are fucking millions of fucking followers on Instagram. Fan bases you don't even fucking know of. Fucking songs you never heard of, and they're eating. They got millions of fucking dollars, and they're sitting here in LA in the hills, fucking winning. And that's why you gotta be like, you gotta have your antennas open, bro. You can't just be like, this is what I'm doing, and I'm only concentrating on my shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you might do that as an artist. You know what I'm saying? But like, if you're gonna be focused on business too, you have to figure out like, how are people making these fans this money? What kind of things are they doing to attract these fans? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. I think that's the point. Is like, when we came out here, I was like, I thought I was dope. I thought I was like so dope, you know. And then like, because of where I'm from, like we did a lot of things, you know. We did a lot of things like to grow and to feel like good about it, right? And I come out here, I'm like, wow, like everybody's dope and everybody's fly and everybody's talented, and I'm like, and I'm really like not that tight, like talented, like I'm like no bad. I'm not no, but what I'm saying is like, okay, like everybody's dope, everybody's fly, everybody's talented. So it's like, that's just like is what it is. Everyone I work with, right? That's
the baseline.
Like, okay, so that really made me look at like, what can I do that's gonna make me stand out?
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I know people who are way better singers that can't write a song like I can.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I know people that can make a crazy song but can't
emote it,
can't capture a room.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so it's just like, you have to. For me, I realized, I was like telling myself, you have to find a way to lean into all of your like little strengths that you have and just fucking blow them up.
Exactly.
Like I heard this, like find the thing that you're good at and just like highlight it.
Exactly.
Highlight it, you know?
You definitely gotta highlight your strengths, you know what I'm saying? And just work on your non-strengths. But obviously if you're around people talented like you guys are every day, you know what I'm saying? Like, as much as you guys work, as much songs as you guys are pumping out all the time, and as good as they sound, like, don't be afraid to go and work with other people. You know what I'm saying? Because if you get comfortable in this area, it doesn't mean like, oh, I'm gonna go work with other people just because you guys have built this here. But it's what I said earlier. It's like, you got to go see the competition and what's going on. You gotta like realize like, oh shit, like. This is the new wave.
They're doing it like this.
There's new waves that happen all the time, and if you miss that wave, you know what I'm saying? If you get on it, then you might be on. That might be your lane, and boom, you know what I'm saying? Like, you already caught that shit before it got hot. You know what I'm saying? Like, beat-wise.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Fucking
no doubt.
Melody-wise, style-wise, you know what I'm saying? There's always a different thing every year. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like how it was before 10 years ago where everybody sounded the fucking same.
Yeah.
Or is it only 3 different kind of beats? Now it's like fucking 50 different fucking rappers. You know what I'm saying? Having their own style, their own flow, or their own beat wave, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, no doubt.
Right.
So it's just important that you use the internet for not just like liking fat butts, you know what I'm saying? And all that extra shit. If you're gonna do business, man, you gotta do business, because that's the way you become a mogul. You know what I'm saying? You guys already know y'all can party and pull bitches, you know what I'm saying? But wouldn't it be funner if you were a billionaire? It would be a lot funner, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, no doubt.
I swear to God. Imagine you guys on fucking a billionaire steroids, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sounds dangerous.
I think no, that's what I think. Like the whole like shit, like pandemic and shit did for us is like while everyone was closed, we went hard in the studio and we made 100 songs.
Yeah, hard as fuck.
And then while we were making 100 songs and everybody was just like crying about it, like we also like partied a lot. Like we partied a lot, and I think that was good for us to do because we like realized like okay, like we kind of live that little mini life of just like we are not doing anything but this and everything that comes with it.
Right.
And we didn't have to like travel. We didn't have to do shows. We didn't have to do shit. Like all we had to do was like.
It was honestly great.
Turn the
it was
fuck
so
up.
much fun.
And so now, like especially with what Sean is doing and like how the whole crew is kind of just like morphing and like getting more serious and getting more like.
You
focused.
guys had a Super Bowl commercial, didn't you?
Yeah. No, it wasn't on the Super Bowl, but it's been on like
It was
every
NFL.
other fucking
NBA finals, right?
playoffs, NBA finals,
Yeah,
MLB.
Like,
Yeah,
come
NFL
on, man.
playoffs. Yeah.
And that was on accident. Like,
But
imagine if we tried to
still
get some shit
huge,
like
though.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, huge.
No, it was massive. It was crazy for us.
And you guys had an international fucking hit too, correct?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we had a
Fucking
J-pop song go
What
gold.
the fuck?
twice. I mean, yeah, we had some things pop off.
We got some
last
other
year.
things in the works too that
Yeah.
just like we'll announce when they happen. But I think it's like you said, it's like if we can do all that when we're literally just doing whatever the fuck we want. Imagine if we just put like that's what I always say, just like 1% more.
Focus in a little.
Like if you could just like do 10% better, like 10% more focus.
Remember, you guys really gotta take it back to your mind state when you guys weren't here before you moved here. You guys would have did anything to move here.
Yeah, bro.
And you guys really,
bro.
Yeah.
you guys put whatever resources you had together and whatever work ethic, like you guys rebuilt the studio. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of ability to get those things done, you have to fucking do it. You got to put it all into your music. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was telling you in the car.
Yeah.
Drop those fucking visuals, bro. You know what I'm saying? I told you this before. I think I talked to you like 6 months ago, a year ago when I met you. I'm like, bro, you have to. You gotta be, you know what I'm saying, more visual with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna be an artist, like, fall on your sword, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna bless you or it's gonna be the death of you. You know what I'm saying? But you're just gonna keep wasting months and years and all this time just wondering what if. You know what I'm saying? Like, just go ahead, just do it, bro. You got enough good, sensible fucking A&R people around you to tell you, like, what are you waiting on? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Bro,
just go
Sensible
ahead.
might be a stretch,
Naja,
right?
we made a song 6 months ago, probably like in one of those states of when we were just like off the Richter, and this motherfucker like plays it for me tonight, and like as soon as it starts playing, like and it starts going, like when you get like fucking tingles like on your neck and shit when you hear songs, like, and then like my whole head was going, bro, and I was like, oh wow, like this shit is fire. Like we've been sitting on this for 6 months.
It's so nuts.
Like
There's so many songs that we have like that, bro. It's crazy.
what would you tell an artist, because I know we all deal with this shit, right? And this goes to everyone, but like what would you tell an artist that's just like I always say, like they're sleeping on themselves or they're hating on themselves, you know? Like it's like, bro, like you have it. You already have what you need. Like what are you waiting for, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Nice. I mean, yeah, it's always the artist battle within, right? Like the we have multiple voices in our head pulling us this way, pulling us that way.
No
You know what
doubt.
I'm saying? And it takes a lot to put yourself out there. You know, you don't want to put out something that's not your best work. So then it's like, but what's my best work? And then, okay, what if this isn't the sound I'm trying to? You know, it's like it's fucking twisting. You know what I mean? So we try to navigate the storm. You know, at the end of the day.
It's crazy how like that over analyzation can just kill progress, bro. Like sometimes, because you could have so much shit and then you just overthink, and you end up doing nothing. And it's just like, what was the point? You know, maybe I should have just went with my fucking first instinct and just sent it. You know, said fuck it.
One of my mentors, he's like, you need to make a move, because like he sensed that in me, you know. Like I was just doing that all the time because I'm like left to just like, oh, what does Reggie think? What does Sean think? What does Max think? What's Cooking? What's Win think? And then I'll like come back and those are all good ideas. Like you know what? I think I'm gonna do this. Let me just go check with this one more person to see if this is the right idea, you know? And then it's just like I become addicted to the information.
Right.
Rather than the process of just like, yes, boom, let it go and just do it, you know?
The hard thing too is that music is subjective, you know, and you can't be for everybody.
No.
You know? One song that fucking 10 people think's a banger, there's gonna be those 2 people that are like, nah, I don't like this, and then you're gonna hold more weight with those 2 people, you know what I mean?
But exactly what you just said, that should be the reason you should put it out.
Right.
Because it's subjective, right?
Yeah.
So there are people out there that you don't even know that are gonna fuck with it.
Right.
Just because maybe James is like, nah, I don't like that song. Or Sean says, nah, I don't like that song. But maybe fucking 4,000 people like that song.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you've seen terrible rappers get on.
Yeah.
So there's nothing that you did that sound worse than those terrible rappers. Put this shit out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, get this shit going because Sean right here, he's getting old, man. Look at his knees, man.
Well,
He got to get knee surgery soon, bro.
Dude, my jumper's not the same anymore.
Yeah, man. We got to get this man fucking ACL surgery and everything. We got to
I'm
go
doing like
fund me.
I'm shooting threes like over my head and shit nowadays, dude.
Damn.
Give me a back
He's
brace.
playing like wooden and shit.
I'm out there with one of those like copper fucking knee braces, you know. You see those
Don't make
things?
fun of me. I got one of those on right now. I got one on right now, bro. That's crazy.
This is a cool question up here. How do you know when it's the right time to pull the trigger on a pub deal or sign with a label?
Oh, okay.
I like it.
How do you know when it's the right time to pull the trigger on a pub deal or sign with a label?
Well, you've been fucking dealing
I'm
with
in
this,
both.
so yeah. So
I'm in
you know.
both. So, okay, so, I mean, obviously, you got to realize and understand that a deal and a pub deal is just basically a loan, right? So depending on who it's attached to, you got to do your research on the machine. Like, what other artists are they pushing out, and what is their budgets? You know what I'm saying? Like, how much do they owe, and for how long? Like, what kind of resources they have to get your shit placed in movies, TVs, commercials. You know what I'm saying? To sell to other artists. Like, how are you gonna make this $1 million back? Supposedly, you know what I'm saying? I'm just putting a number out. Even to $100,000, you get $100,000 pub deal. That's great. You know what I'm saying? Because a bank might not offer you $100,000. You're an artist. You don't have a work background. You got a business.
Yeah, you got no credit history.
You don't got no credit history. So $100,000. First of all, think about it. If you can't make more money off $100,000, then why would you deserve $1 million? Because this is a loan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so if you're gonna fucking fall in debt or you can't make $100,000 back to those people and make your own $100,000 off that $100,000, you should not be in charge of $1 million. You should not get a multi-million-dollar deal. I don't care if you're talented or not. You got to put somebody in place to fucking organize that shit for you financially.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? If you have no idea, you have no fucking plan, you're just a rapper. You're an artist, you're a singer. If you don't know what the fuck, if your parents, you know what I'm saying, or your best friends have never had that kind of money, they don't know what to do with it. Yeah. Don't put them in charge. Find somebody that has a track record they can show you. You know what I'm saying? A wealth manager even. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people who can put money in stocks for you. Y'all make more money off the stocks than you ever will in music. Right. You know what I'm saying? If you are playing around millions of dollars.
Now to this though, you're saying that's once you sign the deal and get that money, you need those people that are going to help you manage it.
For sure, definitely.
But I think more the question is when to know when to actually do the deal or wait. You know what I mean? Like, because there's like a honey spot of timing when it comes to that type of shit. I'm going through it right now. You're going through it right now.
I think really you just have to look back on the last 3 to 5 years of your financials, and if that deal equates to that whole last 3 to 5 years, then they see the worth that you put in. You know what I'm saying? So say you only made $50,000 a year for the last 3 years. That's $150,000, right?
Yeah.
So if they're offering you a 1 album deal, like, hey, let's do this, you know what I'm saying? Like, unless it's a major, and they can put the machine behind you, but bro, $150,000 to start off, You can't tell me you can't make for 300,000 if you can flip it right correctly.
Oh yeah.
Right. So it just gives you a head start. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think a huge thing, obviously, is like there's so many intricacies with that shit because then you're talking about terms and for how many albums and how many years if it's like an MSRC. It's like stay away from all this type of shit.
Bro,
right?
I've seen Preston had a I have a shit in my email. I think I showed you when I was faded and shit. But Preston had a Rock Nation deal for 5 albums.
Oof.
Damn.
He turned it down.
Good.
Why?
God.
Because he wasn't ready yet. I wasn't managing him before
5 albums is a lifetime deal.
Yeah,
dude.
that's
right. But look, he would have been Rock Nation. He would have been he would have been working with Rihanna, Beyonce. He probably would have been on Jay-Z's albums. He would have
for
been
one
somewhere.
album, and then if it didn't work, he would have been fucked.
He was Hit Boy's right hand man, bro. Like Hit Boy.
I don't know him, so that's why I'm just talking
He was
about
on
my
Kendrick
ass,
Lamar's Pimp Butterfly, 3 songs. That type of shit happened for him, but he was so young and he didn't have anybody to vent to or to tell him what was going on. And when he said no, he came back, told me all this shit, and I tried to, you know what I'm saying? I'm still working on trying to fix his relationships with people.
Huh.
You know what I'm saying? Because
How did you decide that it was the right time for you guys to sign?
that's what we're saying right now. It's like Ray Vaughn had 2 kids and he was sleeping on the floor because, you know what I'm saying, like in his apartment because shit was not going good. His baby mom passed away, the first baby mom passed away, and he was living with the other baby mama. They're 6 weeks apart, the daughters, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So I'm like, is this the best opportunity that we have right now? Because the fronting of the money was not large, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't life changing. But it was like, bro, they only doing that because they're not capable of seeing what I see. Let's just show them what you're capable of. Because I've seen him work, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm like, once you have access to what those people on the label have access to, the producers and the engineers and all that stuff, they're going to leave like, all right, yeah, okay.
Right.
So it was just to get him. It was a rush job to get him off that floor, to get him in.
There's something to be said for that too, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, that's valuable in itself.
Sometimes that is the move.
Because that puts him in a better creative space. It makes it stable.
Totally, the stress is off him for his kids.
You can't be creative when you're stressed. That's a fact. And that's why I feel like sometimes if you're gonna choose a creative passion to work, you have to be able to, when you walk in through the door, like sometimes I'll be stressed and I'll walk in through the door and I just have to. And at first I wasn't as good as it. You know, when Sean and I first started the studio, a lot of times, sometimes I would come in the door and I'd still have it, you know. I'm getting better at just when I walk in, turn it off. Because all that will be there when I leave.
Right.
But if I bring that in here, I might as well not even show up.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that goes to say, like, how you were talking about a manager and an artist having a relationship like that. It's like, when I took Ray Vaughn on, even Preston, you know what I'm saying? Like we lived together, you know what I'm saying? They was living at my house in Arizona for some time, like a year even. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I went through all the traumatic stuff with Ray Vaughn. Like, Preston he was best friends with my dad. My dad lived in my house too, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was like family, like, type situation. So all this work stuff, it was secondary to like us like just being cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, say for example, if I was roommating with you guys, you know what I'm saying? Like, it would just become a stronger bond. So the business is like, it's more trustworthy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I have your best interests at heart if we're cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to worry about like, oh, he's just being greedy because I already have the money myself. I have my own money.
Right.
I'm trying to help you guys get your money. You know what I'm saying? Right.
Yeah, and hopefully make some money at the end. Hopefully,
make some money at the end, right?
Yeah.
But like I said, like if it's not work for you, then you're not losing money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be putting in thousands of dollars and hella hours. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's like, what the fuck would you be doing if you wasn't doing this? You gonna be watching the ID channel with some fucking girl you don't like? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, it's like there's all kind of perspectives to, you know, the end of things, but like only you know deep down if you want to do this shit or not. If you're just doing it for fun, you shouldn't waste other people's time. because there's a lot of people out here just like, oh, I'm gonna do this and do that, but bro, they're not putting in that effort. The work ethic I told you trumps the talent. You know what I'm saying? If you got a good beat and a good engineer, and you're, you know what I'm saying, a good personality, who gives a fuck about your lyrics no more? You know what I'm saying? Nobody cares about the lyrics. Like, there's hella hits, and I'm putting writers down, you know what I'm saying? Writers are necessary, but that's just the extra, you know what I'm saying? If you got good lyrics.
That's how to take it a little further.
Mm-hmm. Like, your talent, your work ethic will get you a million times farther than just being, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, I'm fucking great at fucking doing this one thing.
Yeah.
You know, that's why you guys make so good music, because you guys have all the fucking aspects.
The ingredients.
The ingredients, bro.
The ingredients.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, there's nothing that I can do. There was nothing I could do for you when I met you that you couldn't do for yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's just like all
except your love and affection.
Yeah.
It's all timing, bro. It's all timing.
And that I loved when I met you, because usually when I meet someone of your stature, well, I'll pull up on that. I have a little story like of your stature. I'll be like, oh shit, like let me like get it together. Like this is a guy who like has artist sign. Like, you know, he could introduce us to this person or that person, which I knew because, you know, we talked. And instead, I was just like on my worst behavior. Like I was just wilding. I was like, you know what? Like I was like, you know what? And that's kind of been like my MO lately. Is
that's
like,
the only
you know
reason
what?
I came back.
Yeah, because
exactly, right? Exactly.
Because I'm like, you know what? Like,
yeah.
Reggie's like, this
like
is a
at a
portal
certain
to
point,
portal to
and
fun,
I know, I know what my like my reputation and like my facade or like my
I already know what it
character like is like. It's like, oh, that guy parties like really hard. Like really, I make it look like I party really hard, and then also sometimes I party really fucking hard, but. Sometimes when I meet people, I'm like, you know what? Like, that's my new show. I'm like, you know what? Like, I'm gonna turn the fuck up in front of this person. Like, and that goes for girls. Like, people be like, yo, like, this is a new girl. Like, you're talking to her or something. Like, maybe you shouldn't. I'm like, no, I'm gonna turn the fuck up.
Oh yeah.
In a certain way, because if she's not down with it, or like for instance, you weren't down with it, then it's just like I don't really want to be like make a relationship with you to do business, you know?
Right.
And then it took, I think, me and you about 9 months to where, remember that one night in the studio a few months ago when me and you just kicked it in here and we were working and we were chilling and we were like talking. I was like, bro, it's been 9 months I've been knowing you before I open up to you like this, you know? And I think it takes that amount of time to like to do that.
Yeah, well,
you know?
it was. Yeah, I appreciate it.
And just like being yourself, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, not having to hide shit.
Yeah.
Not holding punches. You know?
Yeah. And that's what I love about you so much is like I go across your page. And
it took about 9 seconds when we met for the B to be like, this guy's cool as fuck.
Hey,
I'm like, we're not gonna talk about that shit, but you know what I'm saying.
If you don't know Arizona, follow Arizona Reggie on Instagram. What's your handle?
God.
Give him a shout out. Do some plugs.
It'll make your day.
Quick plugs.
Oh yeah. Just follow me on Instagram, Arizona_Reggie. It's spelled like it sounds. What do you say? What is the question?
Have you scoot up.
He said, how many
frame, you know?
artists do you think are on those loan deals but are on Insta flexing like it's money they don't have to pay back?
What is it? What does it matter though if they're flexing or not? Like, it doesn't really fucking matter, because at the end of the day, like, if they keep making great hits, they're gonna keep making money.
It's true.
And
people love the flex.
You're still gonna be in the same place, wondering what they're doing. Why don't you do it?
It's entertainment.
Yeah, like you think
it's entertainment.
You think all these the people in movies are fucking doing these stunts and fucking getting shot with bullets?
Brad Pitt's fucking, you know,
jumping out of planes.
That's classic.
You see, they're just fucking all these girls. Like, what the fuck? No, bro. It's just like you see what you see, or you see what people want you to see, and it's just the image. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
People wear makeup.
That's
people
what I'm
put
saying.
filters on. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Like, people will be like, "Duh, like I don't know anybody that parties as hard as you." I'm like, yeah, like fucking 6 nights a week. I like go home at 10 p.m. and just, like, eat Ben and Jerry's and like.
You don't see the other side.
Watch
You
TV,
just document your nights very well.
I just make it look lit.
Super cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, like
I mean, we having a party, you know,
all the
higher than
time.
average,
All the
but-
time, I put just, you know what I'm saying. If I run across a memory on my phone from a year ago,
Yeah.
I post it, and people think it's
Right
my-
now.
My
last
shit
night,
is
you
a
know what I'm saying?
highlight reel. I don't give a fuck. Like,
Yeah.
my
You
shit-
think artists?
I'm not out here just like, oh yeah, here's me doing my homework. You
Smokey
know, for the
Davidson.
10th night in a row.
Smokey Davidson, do you think artists that don't write all their own lyrics but write with others and collaborate is better than the other?
You think one is better than the other? I don't think it matters.
No.
I think it goes back to what we're exactly saying right now. Is like, can you have a personality? Can you create a brand that's gonna fucking make people fall in love with your shit? The
Yeah.
song is one thing, you know.
Depends on what you're listening to music for too. If you want like that great artist who like is a crazy writer, of course you're gonna want him to write his own shit. But if you're trying to hear like a great song and great music, since music has been around, it's always been a collaborative effort.
Yeah, man. No doubt. I personally think that collaboration pretty much always is going to bring about a better song. Like pretty much always, especially when it comes to writing lyrics. Because even like the best songwriters of all time, bro, they had people that they bounced the song off, and then they refigured a couple lines to make it even better. So it's like, yeah, you know, even Ed Sheeran does that shit, you know. Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars, by the way, was a writer before an artist, and they have people write with them and they have songs that are submitted to them all day that they take and they tweak. So.
And sometimes it's very significant, and sometimes it's not at all. It's your homie sitting in the corner saying like, "What about?"
Oh,
Yeah,
just change
exactly.
that one word.
Yeah.
And he gets writer credit, you know.
Bro, Elton John didn't write any of those songs. He has this partner. I forget his name, but it's like his homie that wrote all the songs, and they'd be like, here's a new song. And Elton John, he said like my pops was telling me, he was like, yeah, like he would give him a song or whatever, and he said like Elton would just hear it. He would go to the piano and would just start playing it.
Wow.
And he would just read the words and just sing it like in his own way. You know what I mean?
That's amazing. Yeah, that's
And
great.
I think that's like that collaboration is fucking
Key.
key, bro.
Yeah, it is.
It's key, man.
Key.
It really
So
is.
yeah, so Smokey, like collaboration and writers are necessary to make greater music.
Bernie Taupin.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
shit.
But
I
I
didn't even
think,
know that.
fuck yeah, Smokey. But I think at the end of the day, like to be like the greatest artist, like look at The Weeknd, look at Bruno, like these people
got 24 writers.
they have
Yeah, man.
no, they have collaborators and they have writers, but they have a vision.
Right.
They have a vision and they know who they are and they know what they represent. They know who they speak to. They know their voice. They know their brand. They know to not go outside of it unless it's a calculated risk. You know, like as an artist, as a brand, like you want to know who you speak to, you know, and why you're important to your fans and shit, you know.
Definitely. Like you have to know your market, bro. You have to. You know what I'm saying? Like, but how can you know your market if you don't put content out? You got to put content out.
Facts.
Oh, here's one thing that I didn't touch on
Facts.
earlier. Okay, so being signed to a major label, bro, that's why I'm stressing to you right now. Put as much shit as you can out now. Because once you're signed to a label, you can't put it out.
That's a crazy concept. You don't have the power over that
You
anymore.
don't have
Oh,
the
man.
power to
Wow.
put stuff out when you want to put it out, how you want to put it out. Swear to God,
Yeah.
put it out now. Put all your shit out. What is one
That
of
thing on vibrate. Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
yeah.
Look at that
It's
thing
so
blowing up.
unprofessional. Unprofessional. Let me take another shot real quick.
Take a shot now. Answer it. Is it important?
But hopefully he's not watching this Twitch right now.
Oh, it's-
All right. But look, just same thing as you was making money, just the same way you was making money on SoundClick selling
Yeah.
beats, right? Look, all these publisher people, they're telling me, they're like, you have these producers, you guys got all these dope beats and stuff, you know, all these kind of people. Why aren't they putting out instrumental albums? Why aren't they streaming this shit on YouTube, on iTunes,
Yeah.
on Spotify? Like, they're showing me checks that their producers are getting paid like $2,000 a month just off people streaming their beats.
It's not a joke, bro, and that's what I've been sleeping on. Honestly, is putting
That's
a whole bunch
another
of beats on.
revenue of income.
But here's another thing too. Here's
If somebody
my
didn't buy the
excuse.
beat, it could be a leased beat. You can
Yeah.
still put it up.
Yeah, it don't fucking matter.
Here's my justification personally. First of all, I only got like fucking 10 beats, dude. You know me. I don't have fucking beats, dude. I make the song with the artist usually, right? And then I'm like, those 10 beats I have, I fucking like put them up on Spotify and then cannot get them placed after that. You
That's
can't go
fine.
place them.
It just depends on what you're doing. Like,
Yeah.
for instance, like Sean, like it's just what your workflow is. Like, for instance, Roski making hits. It's not Roski making beats.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That'd
It's
be a
like
weak
Ros-
ass
it's
tag,
like-
anyways.
no, it's like
Roski
Ros-
making beats.
Roski
So
making
average.
Roski making. Nah, that's what it is. Roski making hits, bro.
Yeah, that's right, baby.
Ross is in the studio every day, working with the artists.
Right.
This motherfucking
Actual producer. not
yeah, he's a
beat maker.
producer. He's not a beat maker, you know.
Mhm.
And he's not some guy just like making beats like 50, like
In the
20 a week,
Yeah.
uploading them. Used to be,
Used to be.
but now
Used to
his
be.
work calls for him to be in the studio. He's a songwriter. He's engineering. He's arranging shit. He's producing shit. He's fucking.
Yeah.
He's the artist therapist when they're fucking tripping, you know.
Yeah.
And I think that goes a long way because it's like at first it's like a while. It's like he's giving up a little bit of money now, like where he could be like uploading beats and making
Yeah.
producer albums and all shit, which he will do. He will do. Make a producer album. Like I
Oh,
guarantee
yeah,
you.
yeah. No,
I'm gonna fucking executive produce his producer album.
I'm gonna have the most lit producer
Assist-
album.
I'm assistant
Did you see?
producer.
Did you see how many fucking sales Mike Dean had on his instrumental
Wow.
album?
No, I
they're
don't mean
huge.
that. I mean like a DJ Khaled, like that's.
Or
like,
just
oh my
look
God.
That's
at
cool.
internet
That's
money.
cool, though.
Internet money is
Right.
a perfect model for the now model.
Right,
you know,
right,
like what
right.
they
Yeah.
did. They put an album out. Lemonade was like #1 for like 8 weeks, 6 weeks, or some shit.
But you guys have that many hits to put out, and you're just
100%.
sitting on them.
You're right. You're right.
Sitting. I've known you for how long
And
now?
I don't even want to get
27
into
years.
that
Right.
per se. Yeah, 27 years.
So look, put it out,
26 and a
man.
half.
Like, it's all this pandemic shit. It's never gonna fucking end. So you just have to adapt to the situation. You know what I'm saying? Like concerts and regular touring, and all that kind of money and stuff.
So it's predicting the future
it's
right
not
now.
going. It's not going back to normal.
Right.
So look, I even presented this to the marketing and branding person for Interscope, and I'm like, you see Soldier Boy, where Soldier Boy was the first person to go on live and have a fucking some kind of coin thing where you can donate to his live, like his
Oh,
fans
really?
could donate to his
Sounds
live.
like Twitch.
Almost such
Yeah.
as Twitch, right?
Yeah.
But on IG. So all I'm saying is for artists that have a following, an actual following, organic fans, why can't you stream a concert just like they're doing Versus?
Yeah.
Why can't people fucking pay $1 to get on that shit? So you obviously is like, if you only have 300 fans, you're only making $300, right? So step it up. If you got 5,000 fans, you're making $5,000. But if you're a top tier artist, there's no venue, there's no security, there's no extra fucking all this extra shit. Like you put on a dope show, you got fucking, you seen some Verses get 1 million fucking views.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So why don't you fucking collect $1 million?
Is your artist doing that?
We're going to. Trust me. They don't have.
Yo, that
Trust me.
is a great idea, and I think like I'm just like thinking in my head like, oh, this, that, all these reasons, right?
Right.
But I think as an artist, like all the artists and the musicians and the songwriters that I looked up to when I was a kid, right? Just learning about what life was
Mm-hmm.
through the music that I was listening to.
Mm-hmm.
I respected the ones the most that were the most fearless.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No doubt.
And I think sometimes as a businessman or as a logical thinker or as like trying to be a responsible person, for my family, for my team, whatever, for my relationships, that some of that risk gets diminished, especially like as of like, as you get older, you get more mature, whatever. But I think, like I said, the people that I respect the most were the biggest risk takers.
Yeah. You just gotta stand out. What you said earlier at the end of the day is like, okay, there's so many dope fucking artists, right, that are just mediocrely selling. Like they're not fucking going platinum anymore.
Yeah.
They're not going viral anymore. But guess what? The artists that are, the ones that stand the fuck out, they're either super fucking great or super terrible. Those are the people that stay fucking relevant. Everybody that's in the middle, it doesn't matter. There's a huge fucking gap for middle. You're really good. You're really terrible. But the fucking worst and the fucking best.
No doubt.
They're the ones who stay relevant.
Yeah, no doubt.
Bro, which one do you want?
When I watched it, I just nutted. Like, that shit, bro. I saw she dropped a new video.
Feel me?
And I'm like, fuck, I want to watch it. Like, this shit's so entertaining.
Right.
Like, my adrenaline spiked.
But think how much fucking insecurities he probably had before she put it out, and then they just said, fuck it, put it out.
It's almost like, yeah, she knows that people are making fun of her, but at the same time, it doesn't fucking matter.
Because her pockets are as fat as her fucking stomach.
Yeah.
What the fuck? She doesn't care anymore. Her music doesn't sound terrible.
Low key, it's like, it's reaching people, it's entertaining them, it's making their day better. It's making my day better.
It's making
It's
my
like,
day better.
more power to her, you know? To like I said, to take that risk. That was risky motherfucking
I'm
track.
a fan.
I'm a fan.
I'm a fan.
If I met her, I'd be like, yo, like, respect.
Bro,
Respect.
hey, you know how many writers that I met in the past 2 years that fucking, like, the reason they're writers is because, like, they don't fit that
Pussies.
fucking, they don't fit that image of fucking being, like, attractive, you know what I'm saying? Girl or dude.
Shit.
Oh, yeah, but they could have just...
But they're writers because their voices and their pen is fucking cold, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But imagine if they had that fucking,
The gusto.
the gusto, the confidence to just be like, I'm gonna be who I wanna be and be flamboyant or be fucking like just confident and just do whatever the fuck I wanna do. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you are the one writing those fucking hits and singing the
It's crazy.
top lines.
Yep.
It's true.
It's the
You're-
confidence.
You're selling these fucking songs and
But
they're
you're
making
afraid.
money.
You're
But
scared, you
afraid.
have an excuse.
But imagine where anyone would be if they weren't afraid.
Oh, that's a gem.
I think that's a great place to end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I'm going to strip
They got a
club.
good question right there.
Oh shit.
Me too.
Question about videos on YouTube.
I have a kid that has videos of him performing, won't post them because they aren't shot perfect. Man, post that shit, man.
Yeah.
Because what's the chance, Smokey? What's the chance of your kid redoing? Are you gonna pay somebody $500 to do it nice?
No.
It's gonna be way more than that too.
Yes or no?
Nah. You know what? But I'm gonna be honest. Like,
If it's talent, like if it's like, yo, my kid is talented.
you don't post everything. Just because you can doesn't mean you do. Like, imagine 10 years ago, like every song that you record, you don't. Like, just because I record songs every day doesn't mean I'm gonna release them all. You know what I mean? I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that because it's like,
There's got to be a quality filter for sure.
I think you want to
Live performances are great.
yeah, I think live performances are great, right? But it's just like you have to have a third objective eye at a certain point. Like, is this dope? Like, is this dope or not? Like, or you're just flooding with bullshit. I feel like
But
that could
if
hurt
you
too.
don't have enough confidence in your ability to fucking pick apart what's dope and what's not, go to somebody and ask their opinion that is doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just like in any other business.
Yeah.
Get
You know
a
what
third
you're doing.
opinion. I don't know what these videos look like. Get a third opinion. Because obviously you think they're great. He thinks they suck. So get an objective.
Send them to James K's
Yeah,
email.
I'll tell him.
We'll find a
Yeah.
little arbitrator.
Send it at submissions@jameskk.com.
Hey, I know Smokey Davis has been watching this whole show, so hey, big ups to you, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
yeah,
Man.
Smokey.
Yeah,
Appreciate
like,
the
hey, we
smoke.
gotta get you.
I mean, we got 11 people in here right now, bro. It's the peak of the viewership.
Hey,
right
Smokey,
now.
we gotta get you a fucking gift certificate, like 2
Yeah.
hours for your kid to
To
come
Red
record.
Yeah.
Hey, drop a
Exactly.
comment if you're one of these 11 people. Tell us who you are.
And a free consultation with Arizona Reggie Unlimited Consulting LLC.
Fuck, LLC, yeah.
He said, "Fuck."
All right, well, I love all 11 of you. And I don't know if you guys have Reggie.
I just think it's
got
good.
any-
It is good to have his
You
live
got,
music go.
you got
Yeah.
anything to close with, Reggie? Or Naj? Or...
Keith's still in here. That tequila kicking
Sure. The kid. Oh yeah, you right. You right.
Hey,
Salud.
viewers is going up. Hey, we might as well not end
Oh, we
it.
got a new question. Oh wow.
With the buzzer
Wow.
beaters. With the buzzer beaters.
Reggie.
Cody knows. Cody, you know what to do, bro. What are you talking about?
There's a kid kicking in. The kid, show yourself and take a shot.
You make a
now
Spanish
with me.
princess video, fool. What are you talking about? And then you blow up.
No, but let's talk about that while we're here. Let's look under the hood, okay?
Okay.
Let's say,
I seen him on a yacht. I was supposed to be on that yacht, but I
know,
didn't
but
have
let's imagine this, right? Most underground artists, like, it's crazy. Like, I talked to an artist who, like, doesn't live in LA, like, doesn't know really how to maybe promote a song, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have a conversation with someone like that, and they're like, I just want to do this or that, right? And they don't even understand that you got to drop, like, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 on a video.
Right. You don't. But yeah, okay.
No. But let's just say, like, not you got to, but it's like, you know, we dropped like 5 racks on that video, and that was like calling in favors too, you know?
Right.
Give or take, you know what I mean? It was a great video, right? But that's that, right? So that's that alone. Some artists like don't even spend that to promote their shit for a whole year. Ever in their life, okay? Mm-hmm. Then it's like, well, do you want to promote that? Or do you want to just press upload and then call it a day? So what I'm saying is, like, when you have a song that could technically be huge, but you're telling, like, everyone is telling every artist to drop everything they have. So we're literally at a point where 17,000 songs get uploaded to Spotify every Friday.
Right.
60,000.
60,000?
60,000. They said a song a second every day gets uploaded to Spotify.
All right, so 60,000, if I'm not mistaken, is 3 million songs a year. But let me just check that. 60,000 times a week? Or is that
a day?
A day?
A day.
No way.
Yeah.
To Spotify?
To Spotify.
So you're making this easier for me then.
60,000? No, 60,000 times 7 is 420,000 songs a week.
So what do you
48 or
Hey,
52.
so what do you want to have? Do you want to have 1 out of
22 million songs a year.
Do you want to have 1 out of 60,000 chances for it to go viral? Or do you want to have 10 out of 60,000 to go viral? Because if the song is dope, it's gonna catch.
What I'm saying, sometimes
there's songs that go on SoundCloud that fucking do millions with no fucking sponsor.
You're right.
A lot contributes to those things, though, you know, and it's tricky too because as an artist, maybe an underground artist with a small budget, you know, it's a tricky situation because if you start putting out everything you had, say, and you shot like a low quality video, say, and everything is not quality, you only have a certain window to like attract somebody's attention until they're just gonna start dismissing you as putting out low quality content and low quality music. And,
Interesting.
You know what I'm saying?
Doesn't matter if the song's fire.
Right.
Think how many times you've been on YouTube. I don't know if you catch these commercials, but I get all kind of fucking video commercials.
New follower, Casey Olafiona.
Hey,
Thank you, baby.
Oh, that's from you. That's from that. So what, KC?
Yeah, KC, go ahead. What's up?
But look,
hey, bro,
21 million songs a year, bro. Like it's easy for like Gary Vee to be like, drop a song a day. You know what I mean? Like, do it. Do it. But it's like Gary Vee wouldn't put out a new bottle of wine every single day.
Content is king, bro.
I'm
content.
Quality content, though, right?
You can't just fucking say it is what it is. You can't just say a catchphrase, though.
Well, I'm just saying, if somebody doesn't know what content is,
but you can't just drop a catchphrase.
You guys are a decade in the game, bro.
Completely umbrella.
You know what content is, correct?
Of course.
Yes, now, okay.
I've heard of it.
So people who are starting off, that terminology is not gonna work for them because they're like, what is quality content? All right, so go ahead and compare your shit to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Compare it to your shit.
No, you don't want to do that.
Exactly.
You don't want to start comparing.
You don't want to compare it to James. It's too good. It'll never be good enough.
You don't want to start doing that's long.
But
you're gonna have to pack a lunch, baby.
Start matching it up. Start hearing and listening to shit. Like we all did this shit. We've listened to fucking hours of other people's music and like, damn, this shit is dope. Or this shit is not dope. So you have an understanding of like, okay, I've seen this person go from nobody to somebody. I'm pretty sure you heard an artist where you're just like, you heard him for the first time. Who is this? this song's dope, and then fucking they got a Grammy and shit next year. You're like, damn, how the fuck did that happen, right?
Well, they also dropped $250,000 into their marketing. But that's the thing that I feel like people don't want to talk about. It's like,
I know.
you don't want to talk about the fact that it's like, wow, look at this new artist. Like, wow, her videos are so cool. Wow, like, why do they have 6 million views on them? It's like, dude, they just went. They just went.
Just went crazy.
No, that goes back to what he's talking about. How do you know when it's the right time to sign?
It's not that because
are you getting tired of doing the independent route?
No.
Yes or no?
Imagine that
yes or no?
No. Are you asking me that question?
Are you getting tired of doing the independent
You have
route?
to first ask yourself. No. You have to first ask yourself.
I like when he argues and doesn't agree.
No. You have to first ask yourself. Are you even getting an offer, right? Because there's a lot of independent artists that don't even get offers. Right?
Okay, yeah, a lot of them.
And then there's other people who will be like, you have to spend $150,000 to break an artist, right? So in the absence, minimal. You say it yourself. So in the absence of a major record company, you yourself have to spend $150,000.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's say your bills are $75,000 a year. Let's say your bills are $50,000 a year, but you make $100,000. So just to spend every single last penny left over that you have, it's going to take you 3 years.
Look, I'm not telling nobody to sell dope, I'm just saying, do the fucking math that James has mentioned and realize, like, you are fucking stupid if you think that it doesn't take money to make money. Look, find you a rich kid, homie and shit, you know what I'm saying, a private school friend that believes in your dreams. Go to the neighborhood fucking drug dealer if you don't want to be the drug dealer. Or fucking get your ass and get some fucking money. Yeah. Learn how to play poker. You know what I'm saying? Like,
or get your team.
Bro.
Yeah.
I told my little brother, I'm like, look, I don't want you doing anything I did in my life. So figure out a career that pays fucking 6 figures and fucking go do that shit. And once you fucking are getting your money, then put it into whatever your passion is. If somebody would have told me that shit and made it make sense, I'd have been, I don't know where I would have been in life and shit, but obviously, like, all those years of, damn, it took me this long to do this and blah, blah, like, bro, if I would have had fucking $400,000 in my bank account, I could have been like, hey, James, let's go meet Dr. Dre.
It's easy to be like, you gotta invest in your potential and, like, follow your passion.
Yeah, but,
you know?
It's very risky.
Right.
Hey,
all right, hold on. Cody Balboa. Cody Balboa.
Cody
Balboon. Baboon?
Whatever. I think you take the hit to the full potential. Put the money up, period. Keep your other hits in the chamber.
Oh, okay. That's cool. All right. Just don't.
What do you say to that, Reggie?
Yeah.
I mean, he has me speechless.
What's your professional opinion?
My professional opinion is drop your songs, because nobody fucking knows your other songs, bro. Like,
nobody cares, man.
You already got Spanish Princess out. We're waiting for the follow up, bro.
Yeah, dude. People need the follow up like this on the third day, dude.
Yesterday.
They don't care. And unless you have the budget, look, unless you have the budget, hold on, today, to be like, I'm going to show this to 300,000 more people who aren't going to see it, and the only way you guys know how to do that is through ads, influencer campaigns. I don't want to go into it, okay?
Right.
Unless you're going to do that today or tomorrow or the next day or next week or next month.
It's for a further conversation.
Drop another fucking song for all the people who actually care about you.
At least,
yeah.
At least the fucking song, because it doesn't cost no fucking money to just make a.
Because people actually don't care about you.
Oh well, I mean, if they don't care about you.
No, they do. But what I'm saying is, like, people only want to be on a moving train.
Right.
If I see your train is stopped, I'm not gonna jump on
But
it.
guess what? That fucking train starts off at 0 miles per hour, just like a fucking 200 mile an hour per train. It's just, you gotta fucking just keep going.
I think your shit is
10,
moving. Your
50,
shit is moving.
100.
Keep it moving. I want to get on your train.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you're not fucking putting anything into the train, it's not gonna go nowhere. It's gonna fucking just be sitting.
Period.
Bro, the coal is the songs. right?
Cool.
You gotta feed that flame.
Steam engine.
I mean, that's actually pre Tesla. So
Oh,
It's actually not very environmentally conscious
not-
of you.
that's very toxic of you to say. Honestly.
All right, I'm sorry for all the viewers that are green, but
The green viewers.
Yes,
green
fuck,
juice.
fuck this. I'm dropping all my shit now.
Nice. I
Dude,
love
look,
it.
you're inspiring people, Reggie.
You're
Cody,
dropping fucking gems, dude.
Cody, what the fuck, Cody? Blah 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 blah.
Cody.
807.
It's funny. It's interesting because I just like to.
I've heard. Hey, I never even got to sit with Cody while he was here. Like, you know what I'm saying? In person, like talk to him or listen to his music.
Right.
But like Kofa played me his music one night, and I was like, "That's Cody."
Yeah.
I'm like, "What the fuck?" That
Cody's
shit-
hard.
Cody's
bro.
cold, bro.
Yeah, but I mean,
Cold motherfucker.
without even knowing him, you know what I'm saying? Somebody, Kofa obviously was like, "Hey, this guy is dope enough. Let me play his music. He's not even here, so you can hear it."
Mm.
And I was like, "Okay, shit, that dude's dope."
Yeah.
Like
That's
I didn't know what his, you know what I'm saying, like his relationship was
Situation
around
was.
here.
Affiliation to.
I was like, maybe he does music, maybe he does, you know what I'm saying,
He's
like
squad. He's fam. He's gang.
right. But obviously he has an opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to take his music to where he wants it to, because all you dudes is talented, but that's why you guys hang out with each other. You know what I'm saying? It's like one of y'all gonna fucking just like boom, and then it opens the doors for everybody else. Unless James fucking just gets a big head and is like,
Closes the door.
closes the door.
Nice
Shuts the
knowing you,
windows.
fellas.
Nice knowing ya.
Sean, come with me.
Sean got the key.
Nah, it's all good,
You
man.
gotta have a password to my 47th floor penthouse suite.
I feel like God is going to bless us all individually.
Hey, Smokey
and
said he followed me,
collectively,
man.
You know. Thank you, Smokey.
Good
There you
looking.
go.
Thank you, Cody. Thank you, Casey. Thank you, everybody else that was in here.
Keyed.
The kid, Butter, Llama Mama.
There you go.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Make sure to follow Arizona Reggie, music executive producer,
Arizona_Reggie.
industry
Yeah.
professional. And-
September 2021, Reggie has an avant-garde gospel album dropping. Look out for that. Produce.
And make sure to follow Sean Ross on OnlyFans. Thanks, guys.